Hi everybody, I'm Brother Jude, and today, for Good Friday, we're going to actually talk about the Relic of the Holy Cross, which I'm very blessed to and privileged to show you today, actually. So in this reliquary here, we have a very tiny splinter of the cross of Christ. Now, some of you are wondering, how on earth do we have a piece of wood from 2,000 years ago? Well, let me explain it a little bit, give you a brief gist. So, when Christianity was finally legalized in Rome, after many years of persecution by the Emperor Nero, etc., and we were blessed with many martyrs and witnesses of our faith, Constantine, when he illegalized Christianity, his mother, Saint Helena, was actually a very devout Christian and wanted to find the cross of our Lord. So she went to Rome with three dying men, she went to Jerusalem from Rome with three dying men, and they brought her to a hill where all these crosses that have been used, hundreds of them, just lying around on a hill. So how she determined which one was the Holy Cross was she had all three men that were dying lay on each one of them. Until finally, they discovered a cross that healed all three of them. Forth from that, she definitely was convinced and said, "This is the cross of our Lord." So she processed with it from the Holy Land and brought it to Rome. So on the feast of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, every September 14th, that's what we celebrate. We celebrate the fact that St. Helena found what was to be believed the Holy Cross of Christ and brought it to Rome. So they divided the cross. I mean, it's interesting, some people are just like, when we see a cross, we see like this flimsy wood thing that's, about Jesus' height, but reality, from what history tells us, the cross was most likely probably a really thick hunk of wood that was probably really tall, probably weighed a good ton. That's why I like to say Jesus was the first power lifter. I mean, despite the struggle, he still carried one of the heaviest weights, for sure. And that's why we were able to have the Holy Cross. I mean, some people say, if we assemble all the supposed relics of the Holy Cross, that it would be a big ship. But we got to remember, there were times where the church stopped taking tiny splinters and giving them to priests and religious and churches, and then distributed them again. And also remember the fact that these crosses were not just tiny and flimsy, they were huge. So inside here is a very tiny splinter of the Holy Cross. And definitely in my own spiritual life, not just because it's the cross of Christ, but it reminds me, Jesus' words, "If you wish to follow me, deny yourself, take up your cross daily, and follow me." So this Holy Cross reminds me that I need to carry my cross each and every day in order to achieve salvation and to be one with Jesus. On top of that, this reminds me a whole lot of the love of Christ. I mean, Christ, who had the freedom to just definitely say, I don't have to do this, I can just save the whole world on a snap of my finger, and voila, no. But he decided to demonstrate his love to us by actually suffering and dying on the cross for us. So this tiny splinter reminds me and inspires me of how deep and how powerful the love of Christ is in my life and in our own lives as well. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you were inspired to pray to your saint, actually, and get to know your saint a little bit more and foster devotion to him or her, whoever that saint may be. And definitely know that the saint is praying with you and for you in your vocation and your journey towards holiness. Please join us tomorrow for our next saint. I'll leave that in suspension for a little bit. But please keep plugging in and tuning in to our various videos. God bless you.